Hi and welcome to ECCB Connects. ECCB Connects is produced by the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank to share with you who we are, what we do, and how we serve you. This week, Acting Director in the Currency Management Department, Rosbert Humphrey, speaks to us about the rollout of the new family of EC Polymer Notes. Stay with us. We'll continue in a moment.
It's here, the family of EC Polymer Notes, our new money.
Here's what you can do to ensure your EC Polymer notes remain clean and last longer. Dry wet notes with cloth or paper towel. Wipe soiled notes with a damp cloth. You can carry your notes in your wallet, purse, or pocket. However, avoid creasing, crumpling, or stapling your polymer note. If by accident your polymer note gets tumbled in the washing machine or dryer, you can take out the creases by smoothing the note with your hand. Do not iron your polymer note. New polymer notes may cling together. You can loosen them by tapping the notes against a hard surface or shuffling them.
EC Polymer Notes, our new money. Cleaner, safer, stronger.
Rosbert, welcome again to ECCB Connects.
Thank you very much, Shamalan, for having me here again.
So, Rosbert, it's here. The new family of EC Polymer Notes, the family of notes that was launched in May, and the notes are now in circulation. Tell us, how has the rollout process been going?
Since the launch of the EC Polymer banknotes, the process has been quite good. As a matter of fact, we have issued the $50 in all territories. The 20s have been issued in all territories with the exception of Antigua and Barbuda. And the reason for that is because the Antigua and Barbuda still has quite a bit of the paper $20. The hundreds have been issued in all territories with the exception of St. Vincent and the Grenadines and Antigua and Barbuda. And it is for the same reason I mentioned, for the 20s. So the process has been quite good, quite excellent.
What has been the response from the public?
Very good. The public has been quite receptive. I think they really appreciate the banknotes. They have gravitated towards the whole process. Some persons have actually withholding the notes. They are holding on to the notes for an extended period of time before they start spending the money.
They don't want to spend the new notes.
Exactly. They tend to like them quite a lot.
Rosbert, we've been having some reports of members of the public saying that the EC Polymer notes, they look quite a lot like the British pound and that they're mistaking them for the pound.
The ECCB Polymer banknotes, they differ from the British pound. The size of our banknotes, they are one standard size, 145 by 69 millimeters, while the British pounds, they vary by denomination. The sizes vary by denomination, so it would be easy to pick up. The British pounds, only the 5 and the 10s so far are in polymer. The ECC banknotes, all the denominations are in polymer, right? So it will be easy to pick up. We have a unique tactile feature on the polymer banknotes, on our banknotes. So it is different from what might be on the pounds, right? So ours is different. It's easy to pick up.
Okay. Apart from the size, remind the public about some of the key features of the EC Polymer Notes.
Well, what we did, we maintained the same colors, right? The green for the 5, the blue for the 10s, and so on, right? So the same colors have been maintained for ease of identity. We have a holographic foil strip on the 20s, the 50s, and the 100s, right? And the reason why we did it on these denominations is because these are the notes that are most susceptible to counterfeiting, right? So this foil strip, it would be difficult for you to actually replicate this. It would turn gray or black if you try to do that. So it's like about the bottom of the banknote, right? It's smooth, shine, glossy, and it gives you different effects based on how you actually tilt the notes, right? Like I mentioned before, that tactile feature, mostly for the blind and visually impaired persons. We have a new signature on the banknotes too, that of our current governor, Timothy N.J. Antwine, and mostly the 50s, we have an image of the former governor, Sir K. Dwight Venner, on the 50s. So that makes it kind of unique, just to honor his legacy with the central bank, with the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank. So those are some of the major major features on the EC Polymer banknotes.
So really, the public should not really have an issue with distinguishing, because these are specific features of the EC Polymer Notes.
Yes, yes, very much so. And like I mentioned before, the colors, we try to maintain those same colors, so it would be easy for you to pick up, because you know your grayish look like the 100 is, related to the 100, so it would be easy for you to actually pick up.
Another important aspect of the notes, they actually have Eastern Caribbean Central Bank written at the top, so that's easy
difficult to difficult to make a mistake in that regard.
Another concern is that the notes tend to stick together. We have seen posts on Facebook, persons have called our agency office to say that the notes are sticking together.
Well, I just want to clarify that the notes do not stick together. As a matter of fact, all the banknotes are separated. It's just that they tend to cling at the edge by the cutting. So what I would advise businesses, banks, even the general public who handle money in large quantities, is to tap them to separate them, or to just shuffle, right, to separate the banknotes. But they do not stick together. They just cling at the edges.
We spoke with a representative from the Bank of Scotland on a previous program, because that bank too had issued polymer notes, and the rep indicated that when the notes were first issued, that people were very curious and they started to do all sorts of things to the notes. What has been the case in our region? Any reports?
Yes, we have had 2 reported cases of accident which compromise the features of the banknotes. Right, so we just want to remind persons that the banknotes, they are legal tender. These are the notes that we have to spend in our everyday transactions. Right, so we are asking persons not to deface the notes, not to write on the notes, no graffiti or anything like that, because that could make the notes unfit for circulation in quick time.
And don't try to tear. I've seen persons say, well, we've said that the polymer notes are difficult to tear, so they're testing that out.
Right, and persons would try, but what would actually happen is that they would create a stretch marks and actually deface the notes or make the notes unfit for circulation.
Rosbert, we have had reports of some businesses refusing to take the EC Polymer Notes. Some of them are saying that it's foreign currency. They're thinking that it's not genuine. What do you have to say to these businesses?
So I just want to remind the businesses, remind the general public, that the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank has issued a new family of banknotes, and these are in polymer, right? They are co-circulating with paper banknotes, and the paper banknotes will continue to be in circulation while stock lasts. So these notes, these polymer banknotes, they are legal tender, they are generally acceptable, they are genuine. So I would actually encourage businesses, persons, to accept them. We have issued so far the 20s, the 50s, the 100s, so just look for them. Look for the key features on these banknotes: the holographic foil strip, the word Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, so just look for that. The note, like I said before, the notes are genuine and they are generally acceptable. They are legal tender. These would be the notes that will be in use going forward, all polymer banknotes eventually.
And just remind the public about polymer. What is polymer?
Polymer is a thin, transparent plastic film made from polypropylene. And that big word just means that it's a hard, complex plastic material, right? So that is essentially, persons refer to it as plastic. And that is what it is, but it is much more complex than plastic.
So the current notes, paper, and the polymer plastic, they feel different.
Exactly.
Rosbert, you mentioned that the 100s, 50s, and the 20s are already in circulation. When can the public expect the 10 and the 5?
Well, the $10 banknotes, they will be put in circulation in about end of this month, September, to probably in October or thereabout. And this is because we still have quite a bit of the paper $10 in stock, right? So as soon as they are being depleted, the stock is being depleted, we will actually put out 10s in stock, in circulation. The 5s, we still have quite a bit, so we anticipate that we will release the 5s in about August, September 2020.
Rosbert, as we wrap up, any final words for the public with respect to the new family of EC Polymer Notes? Yes,
Polymer is here. We have already issued the 20s, the 50s, and the 100s, so look out for them. They are legal tender. I just want to remind the public that they are legal tender. They are generally acceptable. They are co-circulating with the paper banknotes. Also, polymer banknotes, they are cleaner, safer, stronger. Cleaner in the sense that you can wipe them off if they get wet, right, or come in contact with any dirt or any other foreign material. Safer in the sense that they are difficult to counterfeit, and stronger because they are made from polymer and it's difficult to tear. Also, the banknotes carry a unique tactile feature on each banknote.
Just remind us what the tactile feature, what that is.
These are some raised bump on the banknotes that actually form a shape that the blind or the visually impaired persons can feel, recognize, and know what denomination, what banknote they actually have in their hand. So, for example, we have on the 5s, we have a circle. Right? On the 10s, we have an X. With the 20s, we have a rectangle. On the 50s, we have a triangle. And on the 100s, we have a square. And these raised bumps, they are prominent and they're easy to feel so that the blind and the visually impaired persons can know what they actually have in their hand.
And even sighted, if you're operating in a dark or dimly lit area, or you don't want to pull out all of your money for anybody to see, you can feel and know which notes you have.
You're so correct. So it would benefit everyone in general.
So Rosbert, the new family of EC Polymer Notes, it's here, cleaner, safer, stronger.
Most definitely.
Yes. Thank you very much for speaking with us again on ECCB Connect.
It was my pleasure. Thank you too.
Oh my, where should I start? The new EC Polymer banknotes are just incredible. At first, when I was told about this note, I thought that it would be just a little upgrade to the previous note. But when I placed my hands on that $100, I was impressed. It was just beautiful, not only because of the designs, but because of the holographic foil strip too. And one more thing, thank God that I no longer have to tell my visually impaired grandmother how much money she has, because she can simply feel the symbol on the note and tell. Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, I absolutely love it.
To view any episode of ECCB Connects anytime, any place at your convenience, check us out on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn at ECCB Connects.
And now for this week's financial tip.
Keep only one credit card. Stop using it for little things. Try buying only what you have money to pay for now.
We've come to the end of this week's episode of ECCB Connects. Thank you very much for watching, and we invite you to join us again next week when we'll be back with another program.